Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are to factorize and to use the common factor method. Factorization simply tells you if you are to look at the expression here, 6x plus 9, we are to break this expression into smaller factors. When we are referring to the common factor, that's referring to the numbers first. So if you are to look at this expression, you have two terms. You have 6x and 9. So we are to look at the numbers in each term, 6 and 9. We are to look for the highest common factor in these two numbers. So let's recall the factors of 6. I believe 1, 2, 3, and 6. 1 times 6 gives you 6, and 2 times 3 gives you 6. And let's look at 9. 1 times 9 and 3 times 3. You have 3 factors for 9. We are to look for the factors in common and take the highest one. So 1 in common and 3 in common. So we are to take 3 as the highest common factor. So 3. Moving on, after you factorize the number, you are to look at the variables. In this case, your first term have x, but you should see that your second term does not have x. So we cannot factorize x out because x is not in common both terms. Therefore, 3 is the highest common factor in the expression. We are to put 3 outside of the parentheses as the factor. This means being multiplied, or we can simply ignore the multiplication sign. And after you have factorized the 3 out, you are to divide each term separately by the factor 3. We are to start from the first term, that is 6x. So 6x divided by 3 gives you 2x. So you are to put 2x inside the parentheses. 2x, that's what remains after you factorize the 3 out. Then we are to look at the second term, that is 9, and to divide by the factor that you have factored out. So 9 divided by 3 will give you 3, and be specific is a plus 3. And if you are to look at the factored answer, you should see that this big expression is now break down into product of factors. The first factor, you have 3, while the other, you have 2x plus 3 inside the parentheses. We are to factorize this expression. Let's look at the expression. You have two terms in this expression. The first, you have minus 6x, while the second, you have minus 9x squared. We are to factorize the numbers first. Let's ignore the sign. We just take the magnitude. In other words, the number only. So again, you have 6 and 9. We are to take the highest common factor in each number. So 6 is the same, 1, 2, 3, and 6, while 9 is 1, 3, 9. I believe is a 3 that is the highest common factor. So we can factorize a 3 out. And let's look at the minus sign attached to each term. And we can factorize a minus sign out. The reason is if we factorize the minus sign, then the first term looks better. This minus 6x turns to 6x. So we are to factorize the minus sign out of each term. We are now done with the numbers. Now we are to deal with each variable. The first, you have x and x squared. So let's bring this out. So x and x squared. And looking at this x, to be specific, is x to the power of 1. You are to choose the x that has the lower power. So x is the one that has lower power. So we can factorize x in each term. Minus 3x is the factor. we are to divide each term by the factor. We start with the first term, minus 6x, divide by minus 3x, minus 6 divided by minus 3 should give you 2, and x divided by x should give you 1, so just 2. Then you have minus 9x squared divided by minus 3x, minus 9 divided by minus 3 should give you 3, x squared divided by x should give you x. So be specific, plus 3x. If you are to look at the operation here, we have now turned this big expression into two factors, minus 3x multiplied by 2 plus 3x. Moving on, we are to factorize this expression with three terms. And we are to look at the numbers. We have three numbers, 8, 12, and 4. Let's just ignore the sign first. 8, you have 1, 2, 4, 8 as the factor. 12, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. And 4, 1, 2, 4. We are to choose the highest common factor. If you are to observe, 2 is common in all, so as 4. So 4 is the highest common factor of the three numbers. So we factorize 1, 4 out. We are not necessarily to factor out a minus 1 because the first term is a positive sign. So let's look at the variables. In this case, you have only one variable, that is x. So we are to take all the x out and choose the one that has the lowest power and factor. So x to the power 4, 3, and 2. Definitely, we are to choose the one with the lowest power, that is 2. So x to the power of 2. And there is no other component. So this is the final factor we have. Put a parenthesis, and we are to divide each term by our factor. Let's start with the first term, 8x to the power of 4 divided by 4x to the power of 2. So 8 divided by 4 gives you 2. And for x component, you subtract the power. 4 minus 2 gives you 2. So first term, your remaining is 2x to the power of 2. The next, you are to put minus 12x cubed. Remember, attach the minus sign attached to 12, divided by 4x squared. Minus 12 divided by 4 gives you minus 3. X to the power of 3 divided by x to the power of 2. 3 minus 2 should give you 1. So minus 3x. The last, you have minus 4x squared divided by 4x squared. Minus 4 divided by 4 gives you minus 1. X squared divided by x squared, just 1. So minus 1. And the last example you have this time two variables, and we are to deal with them separately. So let's first look at the number. So 5, 10, and 15. You are to factorize the highest common factor, and is 5. Because they are the multiples of 5, so definitely 5 should be the highest common factor. So we can factor out a 5. We are to look at the first variable, that is a squared, a, and a. We are to bring them outside and look for the one that has the lowest power. So their power is respectively 2, 1, and 1. So we can just choose either one, so a. Using the same logic, we are to look at b, b squared, and b. So b squared and b. Let's specify their power. So 1, 2, 1. Choose either b to the power of 1, so just put b. And that's all the components we have. We are to divide each term by this highest common factor. Let's start with the first term, 5a squared b divided by 5ab, the factor. 5 divided by 5 gives you 1. A squared divided by a gives you a, 2 minus 1. And b divided by b gives you 1. So a. The next, minus 10ab squared divided by 5ab. Minus 10 divided by 5 gives you minus 2. A divided by a gives you 1. And b squared divided by b, subtract the power, gives you b. So minus 2b. The last, 15ab divided by 5ab. 15 divided by 5 gives you 3. A divided by a gives you 1. B divided by b. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe.